Yo, what's up, guys? So, been a while. Let's talk about some updates as far as gym and everything. So, the first thing that has changed, obviously, has been my weight. I'm still kind of fat, but the amount has changed. If I remember correctly, the last time we saw each other in this manner would be, that would have been this summer. I was about 217. Right now I'm sitting at about 181.4 instead of what I would believe to be 217.8. And yeah, I mean, the progress has been good. Could have been better, could have been faster. But I think I finally, locked in the diet. Hope so, But, yum. The strength in all of my lifts has kind of went down. As it would seem, the only thing that has progressively stayed the same is that every once in a while, whenever I was 217, I hit 405 on deadlift. When I was 203, I could hit 405, and then it dropped down, and it seems to be that my marker for every once in a while, like when I was 196 and I hadn't deadlifted in a while, I would deadlift for like a week, and I would still be able to PR 365. And then today at 181.4, somehow I managed to pull off, still being able to pull 365. So it would seem that the 365 deadlift is the only thing that has stayed the same throughout this entire experience of the weight cut. My squat has gone down. Now, I will say that your homeboy here, your most favoritist gym YouTuber of all time, is still fucking bound by the shackles of his knee brace that he has been wearing since December of 2024. It is now March of 2026. There has not been a fucking day I haven't been able to work out with this thing, because every time it gets better, I seem to do it again. But it only is up from here, obviously. So with that being said, around May to June is when I should finally be free from this thing. This is my third knee brace. I seem to get one every time I hurt myself because I just break them into the ground, But that is kind of besides the point. Some other things are that if you've watched any of my old TikToks ranging from, I would say, October of 2025 to maybe mid-December of 2025, you would notice one thing, and that being the Gym Reaper's knee belt and knee sleeves, which I will actually go grab for you. All right, guys, so I grabbed it, and in between that time, I did actually check my old YouTube, and it was... I was making videos still around that time through the era that I wore that We the People hat and the fuck-ass orange palm tree pants, which will be making a return, especially for this occasion. Maybe even the hat, but I do have a more fire haircut than last time. Anyways, if we go through the old gym gear here, these knee sleeves lasted me from October of sophomore year to about October of junior year. I'm currently in my junior year, so they lasted me from last school year to the same time around this school year. They would have these Gym Reaper knee sleeves definitely would have lasted me longer if I didn't have to use them as a replacement for this knee brace whenever my first one completely went to shit. So the Gym Reaper black and white knee sleeves, and of course my first ever lever belt, the 10mm Gym Reaper's lever belt, which is still just kind of coated with a thin layer of chalk from every time I would draw my crosses when I put chalk on my hands. Now, the reason why I had to switch belts is because, well, probably for the obvious reason of when someone goes from about 217 to 181 is the fact that I clearly got way too small. Can put my entire hand through that. Obviously not gonna work. So, will be the new gym gear will actually be making its debut tomorrow because I plan on doing squats, heavy squats tomorrow. I'm kind of returning more to a powerlifting thing now that my knee is healed again. My squat went from 315 or about 285 for 2 to last time I tried 225 for 2, which is god awful, but I don't want to put too much stress on the knees quite yet. And actually, I only have one recorded leg day ever recorded in the history of my channel because every time I start up these videos, I'm hurt. But now I'm not hurt, and now we will give you proper squats and leg days that you guys have been missing. And so I guess now we'll go through the new gear. SBD sleeves, you know, Mom came through for Christmas. Only thing is that they are a 2XL. They are quite big, so they will be... my legs will grow into them. My legs will get bigger, you know, now that I can actually train. But they do kind of bunch up around the sides because my legs just simply do not fill out the complete volume of 2XL SBD knee sleeves. And the second thing is my... Shut the fuck up. My glorious, my new favorite little toy, the SBD belt, which is in a medium. And I got this for Christmas when I was about 190. I was 198, 197. And now I get it to about comfortably a little more than halfway through the belt. So hopefully... It's not a piece of shit, actually. Hopefully by the end of the cut, I will still actually be able to use that thing because, yeah, I'd probably cry if I couldn't because that damn thing was, don't want to talk about it. Well, it's not like I paid for it. My mom got it for me for Christmas, but, you know, I'm just Sigma like that. I'm absolutely yapping, but, I'm glad you guys are dealing with it. Let's talk about nutrition. So one of the big reasons that I did lose weight is because I was doing Lent, Orthodox Lent. So I was vegan, but my iron got way too low. And just from doing what I'm doing right now, I would go to stand out of my bed and almost pass out. So I added meat back in the diet. If you go on the calorie tracker or caloriecounter.net, the calories I should be eating is about 2250. I keep it about 2,000 calories a day for just a nice deficit. And that way, if I shoot for 2,000 and I go a little bit over, I'm still technically where I should be according to calorie calculator. But 2,000's been working pretty good for me. So I'll probably just keep it there and keep losing weight until I stop losing weight. So we'll do a weekly weigh-in as well, you know, just kind of showing kind of where we're at with everything. My weight will probably jump as just left in this thing. I need to take this cardboard thing out or whatever this is. My weight's probably gonna jump up. Well, I guess I've added red meat back in, which has creatine, but not much. So my weight will probably jump up between 2 to 5 pounds by taking creatine, but that'll take a month. So by the time it's fully saturated, I'll be in the 170s. I should be in the 170s actually by a week from now, by losing 2 pounds a week, like the calorie calculator says, I should be about 179, which means that if I take this, my weight probably wouldn't shift too much, maybe to 180 instead of 179. And then I do make sure to take magnesium, creatine, and then I have some other things like, you know, local farm. You know, I go and I have bee pollen, so I'll take a spoonful of bee pollen for natural, you know, area allergies, which ever since taking the bee pollen, my nose actually cleared up. Another thing I have here is that I guess they're high in good with zinc and boron. You know, you can quote me that in the comments below if I'm actually wrong. But I do eat 3 dates every morning. I basically don't even eat them as a fruit. I actually kind of just eat it as I would my multivitamin in the morning. So I eat 3 dates. I take the bee pollen and I take the multivitamin gummies. And then sometimes I'll take the magnesium and the creatine, which, speaking of it now, I actually need to go do that after this video. But yeah, that's just about where everything is right now. The weight's going down. The strength, to be fair, is kind of going down, but I'll keep daily uploaded videos, even if these videos are, well, I know this is a long ass yap session, but now that I have everything caught up, you know, it'll be 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. And with that is push-pull legs, which will be like heavy bench back and legs, and then I'll throw in some accessory work and start kind of working around a power building split, if you want to call it that. And on the rest days, I'll just record like a little 2 to 5 minute yap sesh about what's happening that day, what am I doing, you know, such and such. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow at about, I don't know, 2:30, 3 o'clock. Anyways, peace.